Hey, City Hill Church. My name is Derek Smith. I am a senior at Indiana Wesleyan University and will be graduating in April with a bachelor's degree in Christian ministry. And a good number of the classes that I've taken have had a focus of some sort on youth groups and how to do the youth ministry thing. So during my time at Indiana Wesleyan, I've had the privilege and honor of working with a bunch of different youth pastors, whether it be for a summer internship or different courses that I needed to take. And so I've learned a lot of what I like, what I don't like in youth groups. And I've also worked with a large spectrum of kids, whether that be from inner city to the suburbs to kids that are raised in like farmland areas. But I've also worked with kids that were raised in the church and kids that had never heard who Jesus was. And so I've got a large array of experience for someone my age, and I am very thankful for all of those different experiences. I've also worked at summer camps. Two of the summers that I've been in college have been spent at summer camps, and those have been some of the funnest summers of my life because I just got to do ministry all day, every day, and it was great. A little bit about myself. I was raised in a Navy household. I have two younger brothers, and two of us were born in California. One of us was born in Texas. I graduated high school in Virginia Beach, and now my family lives in Michigan. So we're not very good at staying put. But it's something that I've enjoyed, is being able to just be at Indiana Wesleyan for 4 years and not having to worry about moving. But now I'm graduating, so that's changing. I also wasn't raised in the church. My dad wasn't a believer, and my mom was. And so he didn't feel like taking us to church. So when he was on deployment, my mom would try to take us to church, but my brothers and I weren't really up for it. We were just kind of like, I don't want to go. I'd rather sit around and watch cartoons. And so in 7th grade, my best friend invited me to go on a camping trip with a bunch of guys, saying that it was going to be like food, friends, and football. But then when we got there was also church, so that threw me off. But I really loved it because it was the first time that I was able to just be me, and people accepted me for the awkward, weird 7th grader that I was. In 8th grade, I ended up giving my life to Christ in a youth conference, and that drastically changed my life forever. But in 9th grade, my friend moved away, and I was forced to try to convince my parents to take me to church, which didn't last very long. My mom wasn't able to drive because she had seizures, and my dad didn't feel like taking me because he would rather not. But in 10th grade, my dad started going to church because he also got tricked into going to a thing and started enjoying it. So the 5 of us would load up every Sunday and go to church. And I was really resistant at first because it wasn't my church. But eventually, after being forced to go enough times, I started to make friends and enjoy it. In 12th grade, I was baptized, and so that was really cool, a really great experience, and step in my faith. And then I graduated, and we moved back to Michigan because my dad retired one day. I graduated the next. We had a party, and then I moved. I took a year off after high school to kind of get my head straight and figure out what I wanted to do with my life, which was good because going to any school that isn't for ministry usually feels like a waste once you go to a school and you're basically only studying ministry. In February, I got my call to ministry, and in March, I checked out Indiana Wesleyan University during their Fusion Conference, which was fantastic. They've got a great thing going on every spring that's just a blast, and it's really good for the kids. My sophomore year, I started dating this girl, Brittany, and in June, we will be getting married. So that's exciting. In May, I plan on moving to the Cincinnati area, either on the Kentucky line, side of the river, or on the Cincinnati line. We haven't exactly figured that out yet. Some other random facts about me. I played football. Well, I played football in high school, and I wrestled. And I play rugby now in college, which is a blast. I love a lot of Christian rap and hip-hop. It's great. That's what I grew up on. Well, not the Christian stuff, but you get what I'm saying. And I also just enjoy relaxing, hanging out, throwing my hammock up and chilling. Um, But the most important thing, why am I passionate for youth? I I was that kid that would have been really easy to write off as going to be a troublemaker and not worth my time. But in high school, the small group leaders, they still cared about me. They poured into me, and looking back, if it wasn't for them and a few other key people, I wouldn't be who I am today. And God's called me to work with youth, so that I can be that guy for other people. I've already had experiences where kids have told me that I've been that guy for them, whether it was a week at camp or a semester or two at their youth group. Um, but I've gotten to experience that already, and it's one of the greatest and most rewarding things that I've ever done. I also didn't have a great relationship with my dad growing up. He ended up missing 10 of my first 18 birthdays because of deployments. And while those were no fault of his own, it was just his career path. Um, we never had a great relationship growing up. And so I also have a heart towards people that don't have a great relationship with their parents and need another father figure or adult role model. Um, and I have loved getting to be that so far, and also look forward to being that in the future for kids. Um, yeah, and I've got a heart for kids that act up, just because I know sometimes what they've gone through, what they're going through, and I can relate to them because that was me. But I don't act up as much anymore. Anyways, if there's anything else that you guys need from me, if you guys want to meet, I'd be happy to drive down for a weekend. I'm actually here for the rest of the week because of spring break, and I'm visiting with my fiance and spending time with her family. So feel free to call me, email me. All my information's on my resume. Thank you, and God bless.